everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel, The Secret Slob, and the very last day of our whole house month-long declutter challenge. 21 days decluttering a small space every single day until our whole house has a little bit less stuff and is a little bit easier to clean. If you made even a tiny little bit of progress this month, just know I'm super proud of you. You should be proud of yourself. From here on, just know that all those tiny little spaces can add up to a big, huge amount of work. So you don't have to tackle everything all at once to get something done. And that's what this whole month was about. So you might remember from the first video 20 days ago when I said over the course of the next 4 weeks, we're gonna tackle small spaces every day, but then every single weekend, we're gonna work on one big, giant, crazy space. And for me, it was my craft room slash office slash, let's be honest, dumping ground. So I'm in here now, and you'll see in a minute, it looks a lot better. I'm so proud of the progress I've made. It was a giant project, but it was really needed, and I'm so glad it's done. I am actually astounded at how much stuff came out of this room. It's basically empty now. Okay, let's get going. I'm gonna show you my big project. I hope you were able to tackle something too. Don't forget, if you need extra motivation, today is the last day. I'm giving away a $100 gift card to a local store in your area. I want you to choose the store. There have been some awesome places chosen, some really great stores we've been able to support through the course of this challenge. So to enter, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below, and let me know how you've done with your big project. All right, here we go. Big project, my craft room. Let's do it. All right, here it is, my big project from this whole month spring declutter challenge. I'm almost embarrassed, but I know a lot of you are probably in my same boat. First off, let's look at this huge cupboard. This came with the house, and I've been using it to store games and my homeschooling stuff and my craft stuff and any other random thing I can find. I seriously have to get this closet under control. This is basically where I try to work slash dump everything slash still have boxes that are unpacked. It's a mess. There's still a ton of boxes in here from our move, which was almost 7 or 8 months ago now. They need to get out of this room. We can't unpack them yet because they're full of books. We don't have bookshelves, so something else that I just need to find a better place for. And lastly, there's giant mattresses and tons of paperwork just everywhere. So I'm gonna get right to work and basically just start sorting things through. I really wanna have a nice office and a nice craft room and a place I can do my homeschooling in. And so I wanna make this a really nice, peaceful spot. We are doing a reno this year, so we're gonna be changing a lot of things out in this room, but until then it actually has to function for us, so I want to make sure it's nice and at least a little bit more empty. Okay, a huge part of this room, like I said, is this huge big cupboard. I love playing board games. I love doing crafts. I kind of have a bit of a problem. Obviously, I have too much. So I'm going to go through some of these, decide what we are not playing, what I can get rid of, and then try to organize them in a way that makes a little bit more sense than just randomly throwing everything onto the shelves. Oh, so nice. All right, so I'm definitely starting to make room on this shelf. The one thing I have to remember is that this isn't permanent. It's really more about paring down my stuff and getting rid of some of these piles of paper that is gonna be the most important, because we're gonna change this all out and put in whole new office cupboards. So everything's gonna get transferred over. So if it doesn't look perfect right now, that's fine. It's more important that I just figure out exactly what I want to keep. So moving on to craft stuff. Okay, day number 1, I worked on it for about an hour. I did make some progress. Like, this shelf is looking a lot better. I got some of this stuff cleared out. I got out the stuff that I already decided to get rid of and was storing in here. That's not good. And so I've made a bit more of a mess trying to kind of assess what I have. but I do need to go deal with the stuff that I pulled out of here. So in light of rule number 2, do not take out more stuff than you have time to put away. I'm gonna go deal with all that stuff in the hallway, get it out of here. If it's going to the thrift store, take it to my car. If it's going to the basement, take it down there. Just, I don't want to start making messes other places while I'm trying to get this one under control. So there's a lot to go, but I want to make sure I'm not making more chaos for myself. So day number 1, I think that might be it.
Okay, so that was day number 1. During this project, this huge decluttering month, I worked on a small space every day, including one day I worked on paperwork, which is a big part of the problem in this room, and another day I worked on crafts, which was a hobby supply themed day, and so mine was my craft supplies, and so that took care of 2 giant spaces in this room. The last thing I need to do is get those boxes out of here and then just really clean up the space so it looks nice. I'll link to the videos with the paperwork and the craft supplies declutter below so you can check those out. But this was a full month project, and that's okay. I bit it off little by little, and it definitely made some huge progress. You'll see.
I think I'm in the final stretch. This cupboard is looking awesome. It's staying very organized. I started doing about 2 weeks ago, and so it's staying pretty good. I've got my pile of donations back here. It's pretty sizable, and it makes the room look messier than it is because obviously those have to leave. And the last thing I have to deal with is over here. And so these are boxes of our books that haven't been unpacked because we don't have bookshelves. We were planning to do a reno and we'll put in some bookshelves. And so there's just no point in unpacking them now, but they can't be in here because we have to replace this carpet. And so they have to get out of the way anyway. So in the spirit of cleaning up this space, I'm gonna get those boxes out of here. I'm gonna clean up the last bit of this room, which is this corner. I'm gonna put some proper table legs on this desk because as you can see, it's being held up with Rubbermaid bins. And then for the time being, this room is done. And I've already been using it so much more. I'm using it as my little office where I do all my YouTube stuff, and my kids have been doing art and stuff in here. So already I can feel this room coming together. I can't wait. All right, last corner, get this done.
I love this table. I actually got the tabletop part of it on the buy and sell for super cheap. And then when I was in the city last visiting my sister, I picked up these table legs for it. Love IKEA. You can always find the parts for everything over and over again. And you can adjust the height, which makes me happy because I can make it short for my kids or taller for stand up.
Okay, so I was able to like organize some of that stuff. I got rid of the books. My husband got very excited and started demoing some of the baseboard. So that's happening. We're kind of in this very like slow demo phase where we're starting to get the house ready for construction, but not taking it apart. We still have to live here for like 2 more months. But yeah, it's happening. So yeah, he got excited and now the baseboards are gone. Being even cleaner in here. Finishing this table. I think I'll probably set this office up in the basement this summer when we do the reno. So I'll have to pull it all apart. Plus this big cabinet is gonna get totally destroyed because I don't think it's gonna fit out the door. And we're gonna put all new cabinets and a new desk and everything in here. So yeah, lots to do, lots to change. I'm gonna have to pack all this up one more time. That's okay, I'll probably declutter it again then anyways.
Getting those boxes out of this room made a giant difference. The last thing I have to do is vacuum the floors, and wow, can you even believe this is the same space from this massive cluttered dumping ground to basically an empty room. Just basically goes to show how much stuff I was storing in this room that did not belong here, and a bunch of it completely left because it didn't even honestly need to live at my house anymore.
So much better. All right, I'm so glad to have had you along for this journey. 21 days is a lot of work, but you can break it up, do it over time, do it over a few weeks, or you know what, pick different things in your house that need a little bit of attention. Either way, make a tiny bit of progress in little spaces, a little bit at a time. It will add up to a big change and your house is gonna feel so much better. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. It's been a ton of fun. I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.